It's a tight wrap. For the Western. Conference title. 2K Sports presents Game 4. Will we see it even up, or will it go with 3-1? This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. It's Houston taking on the Mavericks. You look at Dallas. Scratching out a home win tonight will be absolutely critical for them, trailing 2 games. One in the series.
Yeah, and the goal is to win tonight. Make it a best-of-3 series. They already know they're going to have to get one on the road, which is going to be tough enough. But if they can get this one, then they've got a shot.
fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Rockets, Aaron Gordon out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Elijah Wan. Then it's Simmons. Ellis on defense. And it's Gordon missing. Down low. Here's Nowitzki. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Simmons passes to Morris. Feeds it to Elijah Wan. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Wiggins. They get the rebound.
I say no.
Nowitzki dishes to Thompson. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Yeah, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
And here is Simmons. Clock at 6. Picked by Elijah Wan. Houston needs to get a shot. And here's Gordon from outside. Again, the miss by Gordon.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now is still trying to find its way.
Bledsoe kicks to Wiggins. Terrific design on the pick hook. He lays it in. Wiggins has got his first bucket of the night.
That's a nice drive by Andrew Wiggins. Has an understanding of the game.
And that is a great move off the baseline and a big-time play at the basket.
A great, fantastic reverse dunk. And to get up high for that one. Glenn, a screen. It's Thompson off the drive.
Klay Thompson is so adept at using the pick and roll to his advantage. Takes what the defense gives him.
And Simmons kicks to Gordon. Here's Elijah Wan. Makes it off the glass.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Nowitzki a screen. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Nowitzki's got his second bucket of the night.
I think everyone expecting Bledsoe to perhaps force the issue, but he keeps his poise and finds the open man.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Boy, seizing control right away. Send a message on that possession.
And Thompson gets it to go.
Boy, how about the long strides of Klay Thompson? You sell out on the jumper, he puts it on the defense. Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
That's 7 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Houston.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks leading by 5. Bledsoe with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. It's Thompson off the drive. Count it.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Morris. And it's 6 points for Ben Simmons. For Dallas, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Bledsoe kicks to Wiggins. Lamb with a screen on Gordon. Out to Thompson. Elijah Wan with the block. Outside, Simmons. Back to Gordon. Here's the three. Here's Elijah. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. The Rockets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. On the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Alex Land. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Eric Bledsoe.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to change.
Robinson's checked in for Wiggins. Elijah over with the double team. Then the pass to Marjanovic. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Ben Simmons.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Free throw drop from Marjanovic. And so he hits both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
And it's Elijah missing. Thompson again. It's Morris. The drive by Thompson. That goes in the basket. Shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Well, Klay Thompson possesses great size at the 2-guard spot, and he can mix his game and find a way to score on the interior.
How about that? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Houston to their third free throw shot of the game. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Outside, Lynn. Thompson in the corner. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
Osman. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. It's a tie ball game.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Here's Thompson. A picture. The jumper's good. Thompson's got 8 points.
For excellent team basketball, use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Count the basket. 8 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 8.
Well, gets his man in the air with the pump fake, and Klay gets himself to the free throw line. So quick on that release.
For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he sinks the second. 24 seconds left here in the first quarter. Thompson again. Simmons. Morris outside. Now here's Simmons. 8 points for him. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for Dallas. Back here at the Western Conference Finals as we get things. And the Mavericks with possession here. Taking a look at the Rockets. We've got Sederansky. Nerlens Noel is out there with Humphries. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Ferguson in at the 3.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man uncanny.
There's Sederansky. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Dallas leading by 3. Here's Lin. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, that's the craftiness of Jeremy Lin.
Oh,
got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Ling's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And Satoransky kicks to Ellington. Ferguson. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Houston trails by 5. Three-pointer Ellington's. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Picked by O'Quinn. And Holiday. Closes it off the screen and lays it up and in.
Mira eso. Ah, no, de pa'l carajo.
Especially on the interior.
Dallas leading by 7. Outside, Lynn. Outside for Robinson. Second chance shot. And 2 free throws coming up.
Ahora sigue atrás.
With all the contact. It's his first trip to the line. The throw good. Robinson. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Robinson hits them both. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Simmons. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
It's stolen by Elijah.
Well, for the most part, they've taken care of the ball. I mean, that's one of the few mistakes they've made in what has been a good half.
Morris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons.
Eso, ¿por qué tú no tiras un tiro ahora?
O'Quinn's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Holiday. Goes up and lays it passing. Holiday's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Gordon goes in.
No puede ser, no me canten foul.
Simmons got his 3rd assist on the night.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
Then the pass to Marjanovic. Marjanovic is screen on Gordon. Robinson kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Dallas calls timeout. And a new group play ready for Dallas. For Marjanovic. Nowitzki comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. Higgins is checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Jeremy Lin. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lin. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Now Simmons. He's got 12. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
I just love the heart of Simmons. Doesn't matter what the D throws his way. He's going to nail the shot.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Houston trails by 3. Outside, Simmons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Alex Len picks one up.
when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
For Houston, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Good on both. Mavericks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here is Bledsoe. Here's Nowitzki. The kick out to Holiday. In the corner, it's Wiggins. 6 to shoot. In pit time, also a missed shot. The Rockets shoot, well, 50% from the floor. A finish. Morris dishes to Simmons. From outside the arc. That shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Wiggins sets a screen for Nowitzki. And Wiggins hits it to go on the assist by Nowitzki. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the night.
Now this guy can do it anytime he wants.
¿Qué pasó ahí?
Shoulders to
Esta jodida animación, ustedes, tú tienes más mierda que yo he jugado. En serio.
Mavericks leading by 3. Bledsoe left side. Kicks it out to Wiggins.
No, es más mierda. En serio, es más mierda que yo he jugado.
Here in the second quarter. And the jumper from down low is good.
Un tipo que no hace más nada más que penetrar.
Andrew Wiggins, though, with a wiry strength.
Puede estar ganándome.
Off contact.
Another miss by Houston. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter.
Mira, si puede ese cabrón se bote también.
In the second quarter. Holiday with it. Picked up by Elijah Watt. Back to Wiggins. Nice.
No puede ser, puñeta. ¿Cuántas cuiras mete esa gente?
Wingspan of Wiggins. Just major advantage on the offensive glass.
Kicks it to
El tipo velándome con el centro.
And then Elijah Watt with the dunk.
Una mierda. Yo no sé nada por esa mierda.
Powerful two-hand jam. Ran a screen. Wiggins right side. Nowitzki sets a screen for Wiggins. Stolen by Gordon. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And that one's good. Simmons.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Wiggins drives in.
Estúpido. 5 leyos cogido.
He's got the wide shoulders, the natural balance. Andrew Wiggins taking the hit and finishing.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Dallas.
Hey guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Bledsoe outside. The dish to Wiggins. 1 second left. Oh,
6 leyos cogidos.
Ladies and gentlemen, and so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for Dallas.
6 leyos.
He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Mavericks leading by 5. Thompson is out there with Bledsoe. Then there's Nowitzki. Then there's Len. And it's Wiggins in the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game.
7 leyos.
Thompson with the bucket.
3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Wiggins drives in.
8 leyos.
For another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Well, more points on the board for Wiggins. How about this guy? This is a memorable night.
Humphries kicks to center Anston. To the middle. There's Noel.
No hay foul.
And with the block.
And battling hard on the glass. They hold.
Me cago. Ay, puñeta, porque hace un cabrón fue ahí.
Nowitzki, the pass to Wiggins. On the wing, Thompson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Houston trails by 7. Humphries, the pass to Ferguson. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. Humphries has got his first points of the night.
A really good way to get your first points of the half with a rugged play on the backboard.
Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. A baseline J, and that's collected by Nowitzki. And that's a foul called on Chris Humphries. That's his first foul. Mavericks leading 5-5. Bledsoe outside.
No sé qué pasó ahí.
To the paint. It's deflected. Humphries with the steal.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
To the middle. And the dunk by Humphries.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And the Mavericks call time here. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Len. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Eric Bledsoe. And a change for the Rockets. Zhang's checked in.
Pero es que
He gets it in there.
no sabe hacer más nada más que meter bulla, ¿no?
Jeremy Lin creating well for himself down low makes that one look easy.
And Satoransky picks the Humphries. Houston moving it around. Ferguson, the pass to Zhang. Banked in off the glass.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And stolen by Ellington. And the
No sé qué pasó ahí.
And Gordon
Fue, yo no sé por qué tiró.
That is his first foul of the game. Dallas leading by 3. Lynn dishes to Thompson. Back to Lynn. King knocks it loose.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgui Dieng does on the defensive end.
The shot by Satoransky, no good.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Ellington kicks to Zhang. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Robinson. 4 on the shot clock. Fires from 18. And
No, ¿qué pasó ahí?
O'Quinn's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Robinson's got 10. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. He misses the free throw. Taking 2 shots. And he sinks the second. Houston trails by 4. And finished off by Zhang.
Well, right there, Zhang shows an example that he's not afraid any longer to put the ball on the deck.
Thompson.
No, tú qué,
And Stricken right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, exceptional.
Un tipo puede vivir todo el juego de Lelio. No es posible.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Well, think about Klay Thompson. He's basketball royalty. His dad, of course, Michael, the #1 overall pick in 1978. He was a great player, an NBA champion, incredible lineage.
To the inside. Trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him. And O'Quinn kicks to Thompson.
Pero ¿cómo es posible, puñeta?
Gets the whistle too.
Mierda de juego.
Really high percentage.
For Dallas, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Pass to Jang. And finished off by Jang.
Wow, big time size, speed, power combination from Gorgie Zhang. Wow.
Pero no, vete pa'l carajo.
This is what you
Vete pa'l carajo,
need.
Tito.
Hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Adaransky, the pass to Jang. Here's Ferguson.
Mira. Dice que está en la cancha tuya.
1:49 left in the third quarter.
No, ahora le da el triple también.
He's taking a lot of pressure on the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
The shot by Adaransky, no good.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable.
Es que la verdad que tiene un basura,
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch.
Mira eso, mira, no hay foul.
Won by Robinson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. On the wing, Ellington. Inside, Humphries. Reverses. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is down to 9 in the bucket from Zhang.
Well, the thought was Zhang would never be much of a scorer.
Coño.
He's changing people's minds.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so that count the bucket.
Well, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
No sé.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Dallas.
Métela.
Picked by O'Quinn. In a wide open look for Lynn. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Houston trails by 9.
Mira eso, mira. No, estoy para ganar este juego.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting a show of 60% since the halftime break. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
No lo voy a ganar.
With a hand right in his face.
No lo voy a ganar.
Lynn's got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas. Simmons dishes to Elijah Wan. And it's Gordon penetrating. Osman.
No lo voy a ganar.
Rebound goes to the Mavericks. O'Quinn's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The Mavericks have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. And the first one at the line is good.
What we have watched these first few seasons of his career is a steady improvement at the line for O'Quinn.
Mira eso, no. Ay, mira que se va a la meta. Gana firme.
A second chance effort.
Mira.
No good. And as we end the third quarter.
Yo no lo gano nunca.
Welcome back, Gordon. And here are the Rockets now, down by 12. So on the floor for Houston. Morris is out there with Gordon. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Elijah Wan.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
Dallas calls timeout. Mavericks will go for a different look here. Alex Len's checked in for Marjanovic. Nowitzki comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. Andrew Wiggins is checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Gorgie Dames checked in for Houston. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. We told him the lead we've got is good, but we can be better. Take it to him. Stay on the accelerator. Looks like he wants them to keep pushing, guys.
Osman, off target from three-point range.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Nowitzki with the screen on Simmons. No good from Bledsoe. Houston trails by 12. Osman.
Se lo perdi.
Dallas shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. And Eric Bledsoe again. Bledsoe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Listen, we know he's been working on that long-range game, but Bledsoe's explosiveness inside may still be his bread and butter.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Simmons.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
They'd be in a much deeper hole without his contributions, no doubt about it.
That's how you attack.
Wow, how'd he do that?
And Simmons is a purebred scorer, a dominant offensive talent who can score in so many ways.
And the Mavericks ball time here. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Wiggins. And stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
How about the activity of Simmons, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult on the opposition. So good at getting steals.
And here we go. Rockets running again. Stolen by Len. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Wiggins. Nowitzki outside. And that's an intentional foul.
Intencional. Nunca intencional.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They're led by as many as 14 points. Just 5 on the clock.
You got to credit Chang's defense. That miss didn't just happen by accident.
Nowitzki drives in. Another shot. And it's Wiggins missing. Houston trails by 8. Out to the wing. 3-pointer. Hands it from downtown.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
No, toqué, puñeta.
Bledsoe's got 6 here in this quarter.
He has that powerful chisel green that allows Bledsoe to finish so well to contact.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Dallas making a switch here. Thompson's checked in.
No hubiese dado tanto ley, el juego no tuviese así tan mierda.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Thompson outside. Shoots the 3. But they recover.
Mira eso.
Wiggins drives in.
No, puñeta.
And that bucket should stop the bleed.
And so it's Houston with it. 6-point game. Here's Simmons. And Wiggins with some nice deep. And stolen by Simmons. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
He'd be hard-pressed to find an area where Zhang's growth has not been seen. No longer a guy you can send to the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Bledsoe outside. Thompson left side. Playing a screen.
Toqué, puta, ay señor.
Well, he does a lot of his work on the interior, more than people realize.
Me cago en los clavos de la cruz.
Because of his willingness to put himself in tough spots.
And so Thompson nails both of them. And so it's Houston with it. They trail by 6. They double him with Wiggins. Chang with a clean look. Another miss by Houston.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
Osman goes to the reverse look and pops it in.
That's one for the highlight reel right there. He didn't hold back anything on that finish.
Thompson is double. On the way, Wiggins. That's it.
No puede ser.
19 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Well, terrific timing on that catch and shoot. Wiggins in complete command.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Out to the right wing. Here's Olajuwon. Over Len.
Nice, fool.
Can't hit. Mavericks leading by 7. Thompson passes to Nowitzki. Another
Este juego se las dio todas. Todas se las dio.
Clay Thompson, for a player known for his shooting, that passing is very strong.
Todas, mira eso, mira eso. Ah, hombre, no.
Gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%.
Mira.
And a foul called on the shot clock on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the first one at the line is good. And so Thompson nails both. Houston trails by 12. Here's Gordon.
Nah, fíjate. No se las dio nada.
Thompson from beyond the arc and then some. Johnson's got 33.
I don't think there's any such thing as too deep a shot for Clay Thompson. His range extends way beyond that strike. Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Fires the 3.
Fíjate.
Another 3 for
Un juego de ensueño.
And that'll do it for game 4. Just a terrific performance.
Esa es la primera que tiene un juego así.
And a big-time conference finals win for Dallas.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest around here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Klay Thompson.
Boy, what a security blanket this guy has been on the offensive end. He made sure they didn't suffer any cold spells. And anytime the offense started to get stagnant, they could get him the basketball, and he'd get them in the right position.
Thompson is double. On the way, Wiggins. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Rockets now. It's a 14-point game. And that one drops.
And finally finding a rhythm, but unfortunately a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they've built here into the next game, because this one looks over.
Wiggins drawn the double team. 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 15. Again, Wiggins missing. Out to the right wing. Osman.
Ahora vamos a meter ahora.
Good off the assist from Simmons. Thompson outside. Olajuwon. No good. So we see the Mavericks get the win.
Puede ser. Que ahora va a poder ganar así con tanta bulla.